Hello. My name is NicholassRivas. I talk about politics and stuff, and today we're going to be talking about Donald Trump not returning to Twitter. So basically, Elon Musk, since his taking over Twitter, also you can tell that I'm terminally online. I'm consistently on Twitter. It's my wake up and go to sleep app. It's annoying. It's bad for me. But in doing so, I'm up to date with the Twitter sphere, and it seems to be Donald Trump is trying to make a comeback. Or sorry, let me flip that because that's not what people are aware of. Elon Musk is basically letting people come back, and Andrew Tate, one of them, a right wing figure, kicked off. Kathy Griffin, a I guess more left wing figure. I don't consider her that lefty of sorts, but I don't know her repertoire, I guess, as much as I guess the other people in the world do. But he's trying to be unbiased and neutral, and returning people solely on the basis of free speech. Yet the Donald Trump of the world is very contentious because given he was kicked off after his booting from the January 6th riots, a lot of people said that he incited those riots, and that goes against terms of services, and also just in general, like the guy is the leader of the free world. Whatever he says has a lot of weight. So understandably, people are not wanting him to come back, but some people are, given his fans, given some free speech absolutists, given, his position. Even you don't have to be a free speech absolutist. It's the president, right? Like, I understand arguments of, like, I do want to see what the president's saying, but also no one should be above any sort of law, any sort of terms of service. Nobody should be above this. But I think if the man leader of the free world is saying stuff, I want to hear it. And it's been a pain in the ass to see this guy post on Truth Social because I don't have Truth Social. I don't trust, and I'm not going to say what happened, but I don't think I'm allowed on there. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't believe, I don't believe there's a route that's clear and clean, but ultimately, my opinion doesn't make any of matter because Elon Musk invited Trump to come back. So, in doing so, you think Trump would be like, yeah, cool, but a lot of people don't know or who haven't been following him since he's been booted off. The guy is happy on Truth Social. He's in this beautiful echo chamber. He loves the love that he's getting, and he loves the support. And he said, I'm staying on Truth Social. He posted it. He said, I'm not moving. So I don't think Donald Trump is coming back, but I also don't take his word. The guy has inconsistently said one thing, and then went back on it. Like, the guy isn't. He's not someone I just believe, on surface level. So when I hear that he's doing all these things, I'm going to stay on this and I'm going to do this, I'm like, sure. But I believe in this case that the guy has a lot of pride and ego. He was booted off, and then what if someone else takes over from Elon and then he gets booted off again? Like, that's going to take some pride. And the guy's a very ego guy. So I don't see a world where Trump returns. Given he loves his comfortability of being on Truth Social, he loves the idea that he can say no to someone. Like, Elon is telling him, come back, baby, and he's like, no. And he's posted in the past how much he's made fun of Elon. Elon, I guess, came to the White House, and Trump gloated about, like, yeah, this guy kissed my ass. So why would he want to feel like this guy has now leverage over him? I don't know what the love and hate between him and Elon is. I don't know that full story. I just know that Trump isn't, for one, going to leave his echo chamber. He loves Truth Social. He's not going to leave the chance of getting his pride hurt again, and he's just not gonna placate Trump or Elon. Elon is not someone who he would be like, yeah, cool, I'll put my ego aside, because I don't think there's anybody that can do that for Trump. But he's not going to be somebody that brings Trump back. I mean, if like Mitch McConnell, maybe not even, he hates Mitch McConnell. I'm just trying to think of some like really big right wing figure who can bring him back, and I don't know. I genuinely don't know who can bring this guy back into. I don't know. I truly don't see a world where this guy who's very comfortable in his place right now is going to come back, and his fans love him there. I mean, he's not definitely the most approval right now. Like, he's definitely losing to people like DeSantis, so maybe he might need it, and maybe he might see that, because he's also a pretty smart political figure. He has his ear to the ground. He knows that people are going to like DeSantis, because DeSantis, for one, is more mainstream. You can go on Twitter and look up what DeSantis is doing. You have to really dig deep to find where Trump is doing. You might see it as a pretty good political advantageous, point, but also his ego. His ego has been something that's been battling him for these years and years. So, do I think he's going to come back? No. Do I think he's thinking about it? I think so. I think he's sitting there and his Twitter account is just calling him. It's saying, Trump, please return. And he's ready to go just off. So, honestly, I'm kind of excited to see him go back if he goes back to Twitter, because the shitstorm he brought was hilarious. Now, I'm not one of those who are like, oh, Trump's cool because he's edgy, bro. I think he's very destructive, and I think he should be held accountable. But god damn it, he made some funny posts. I can't lie. I'm the most lefty guy you can get, but I love the guy when it comes to his post. He's hilarious. I mean, the whole, like, he made fun of that guy's nipples. He was a politician, and he showed up with, like, a shirt, and he was like, disgusting, your nipples protruding, you piece of shit. And then he called Rosie O'Donnell, like, a fucking whore. Like, just, the guy just a piece of shit, but god damn, it's so funny to see, like, the president just tweeting this stuff, and you're like, there's, like, real global economic crises, and you're just over here talking about, like, Kathy Griffin being a cunt. Like, I don't know what you... I just... It's funny. It's a funny shit show. I think it's funnier too when he's not in power. Like when he was in power, it was like, oh god, this guy's tweeting about nuclear threats and satellites that we shouldn't have seen before. Which, by the way, that was funny. He tweeted a photo of a satellite system that no one has seen before, except of course the U.S. military. So by doing so, he really declassified something we were trying to remain hidden. See, stuff like that, it's like, I don't want that guy in power. Policies aside, which is this big reason why I don't like Trump. Even then, it's like the guy's just stupid. The guy does so many dumb things. So I don't know. I'm gonna let the gameplay ride because I think I've said enough. I said my piece. I gave you guys my evidence. If you think he's gonna come back, please tell me. But I just don't see a world where he puts his pride away. But you know, I could be wrong. Yabba dabba doo, gabagoo. Peace.
Three zones incoming.
Enemy there.
No getting past us. Not today. Three zones incoming.
Spartan down.
Power items inbound. Power items on the field. Nearing victory.
Enemy shields down.
Keep that up and victory is as good as ours. Two zones incoming. We can do better, Star. Two zones incoming. unreliable. 2 zones incoming. Spartan down. Victory!